This is Pllana Productions with spooky wrestlers ranked, and then I think I got a tier list of my own where we can rank some spooky wrestlers for the holidays here. For Halloween, we got to do some Halloween stuff. I love Halloween and I love spooky wrestlers. Let's see where this guy ranks as spooky wrestlers and if I agree or disagree with him.
Characters are one of the most important aspects of professional wrestling. You need to build a character in order to be successful in the business.
You don't say.
Some people have created spooky and terrifying gimmicks to stand out from the rest. These creepy
I haven't seen this dude. This dude comes up a lot. I missed this. This is on is this on WWE or is this AEW? Who the fuck is this guy? Let me know. Should I watch this? Is it good? The hell is it?
Characters have given children nightmares, which means they were absolutely
WWE, it can't be good. Bottom of the list. Eats worms. Shit. Come on, people. WWE a long time ago. Okay, that's better. I missed it. Okay, I gotta check it out then. I never saw this one. So I'm missing lore. All right, I have to check out the Boogeyman. All right, I got homework to do.
absolutely spot on with their performance. Well, in today's Halloween themed videos,
I watched the Fiend. I caught up on the Fiend.
It would be fun to take my favorite spooky and terrifying wrestlers and rank them from the worst to the best. In order to qualify, these are superstars that I either watched live on TV, on DVDs, or old VHS tapes that I used to borrow from the library. Those VHS tapes are the only reason why I was able to watch the Monday Night Wars, even though it was in 2003 and they're already over by then. But you still get the point. Basically, I don't want to include people like Abdullah the Butcher, Kevin...
Why the fuck wouldn't you include Abdullah the Butcher? You don't know him? Dude, I don't know.
Sullivan or Killer Kowalski in this because I personally did not watch them. They were in...
Oh, you young. He's young. That explains a lot, actually.
...action during the 70s and 80s, and I'm 21 years old. There's no way I can rank them, even though all three of those men were actually really crazy. Abdullah the Butcher would bleed in every match and also use forks on his opponents. Kevin Sullivan was a satanic cult leader and was the definition of evil and psychotic. And Killer Kowalski actually ripped off another wrestler's ear and laughed at him in the hospital. I wish
into his ear.
I was able to watch their work, but unfortunately I was not. Today we're looking at some people who terrified me. Many of you probably don't know this, but I'm a horror junkie and Halloween is actually my favorite holiday. The costumes, the candy, and the scares is what I live for. Anyways,
just some fucking random pictures of fucking women, dude. Like, get out more.
Let's jump right into the video and see my rankings for the most terrifying and spooky wrestlers of my time. Number 14, Doink the Clown. A clown plus...
I don't know, man. Depending on who you are, Doink could go up a little higher. I don't know. You know, I don't know. Original Doink or the shitty Doinks? I don't know.
It's a heel.
Yeah, everybody's like, which Doink? Dude, define Doink.
A recipe for spooky and creepy. Doink the Clown was someone who liked to torture his opponents in the ring and also scare the fans in the meantime. If you go back and watch some of his promos, you can't even tell if he's playing a character or not. He kind of reminded me of Pennywise the Clown from It. I would have ranked him higher if I was scared of clowns, but I'm not really terrified of them. I find them creepy and all, but I'm not the type of person to have that clown phobia where they're completely scared of any clown they see.
I mean, straight up, I don't have the clown phobia either, but I don't know. We'll see who else is on the list. But yeah, he was banging. He was doing good work. He was pretty fucked up. Original Doink, that is. Not comedy Doink. Scary Doink. This Doink.
See, one thing that was extremely spooky was his horrifying laugh. Every clown that has that devious laugh gives me a bad feeling. His theme song is also pretty scary with his laughter going on at the same time. It's just pretty spooky overall. Number 13, the Demon Finn Balor. I am prepared.
Yo, straight up, I would put him low on the list. He's like more ballet than scary. I would put Doink over fucking Finn, honestly. Like, I don't find the Demon Finn Balor like scary at all, really. It's like a thing of beauty almost. It wouldn't even be on the fucking list. But yeah, like Doink would definitely be higher. Because, like, there was something sinister with that motherfucker. Like the demon Finn Balor, I don't know. I guess he can't be beat up too easy.
To get some heat because Finn Balor's demon character may not be that terrifying or spooky, but if you take a look at his face and body paint, it's pretty weird. Also,
it's weird, wild stuff.
He's literally portraying a demon character, a demon. When he enters his demon persona, he's very hard to beat.
Yeah, but look at all the time that went into his paint.
Demon is.
Look at all the time.
Who knows what
like
crazy thoughts are going on
what's scary about a man taking this much time on his makeup? Like, what part of that is scary? Like, all I see when I look at Finn Balor is like, man, he must have, like, does he have someone else do it? How much does that cost? How long does it take? Like, I'm not even scared at all. I'm just like curious. I'm like, oh, well, how'd they make the headdress?
When he is the demon.
Did they practice it out first? Do they do drafts?
Is this not spooky to anyone else?
No, it's not. It's not spooky at all. It's like magnificent. It's wonderful. It's not spooky.
Of course, since it's 2019, I guess people find it less scary. But if I was a kid, he'd definitely be higher on the...
No, if I was a kid, I would just think it was awesome. It's just fucking awesome. This is awesome.
Ranking list. Number 12, Psycho Sid. I've been watching some episodes.
All right, this list is getting weird already. I don't know, man. Psycho Sid?
Of Monday Night Raw in 1996 and 1997.
Brother can't talk right. I mean, how's that scary?
Because I'm actually trying to watch all the episodes of Raw and SmackDown for some
reason. Don't do that.
It's going to be pretty cool. Anyways, that's beside the point. While watching these Raws, I've been seeing more and more of Psycho Sid's work, and now I can see why people thought he was pretty scary. First, his theme song was actually like terrifying. Like listening to it sounds like a serial killer is about to murder her ass. And his mannerisms and emotions went great with the
When a serial killer murders your ass, is that like a sexual thing or
song? He either had a super straight and serious face, or he was losing his mind and yelling at the fans. Then I saw his size compared to Shawn Michaels and the other wrestlers, and he just looked like a monster. Let's not forget about his finisher as well, when he would hit you with a powerbomb, and it's a lot scarier when you see someone doing it who is 7 feet tall because they're 7 feet
and not a very good wrestler and might break your fucking neck doing it. I mean, that part's scary. I'll get with that. That's pretty scary.
in the air, and the impact looks a lot more dangerous from that height. He did a great job at
yeah, right? You were with me on that one. His ring work was legitimately scary. He might actually kill a man.
In his psycho character. Number 11, Paul Bearer.
No, not Paul Bearer.
Yes, I'm aware that Paul Bearer was not an active wrestler inside the squared circle, but he still...
Were you aware that he wasn't scary?
Paul Bearer did a great job at selling his character and telling the stories of the Undertaker.
No. Come on, dude.
Fiend. Without him, I'm
what
not
kind
sure
of horror movies do you watch?
Would have been with their careers. Like, obviously, they would have been successful, but just take a look at how much Paul Bearer helped them. Also, Paul looked very, very creepy with his pale face paint and his dark circles. He kind of reminded me of a ghost, and I find ghosts to be very horrifying.
Yo, by this fucking metric, Mr. Hartgrave's a terrifying motherfucker. Straight up. Straight up. Mr. Hartgrave makes the list. Mr. Hartgrave is like, I'm definitely creepier than Paul Bearer, dude. I make the fucking list. Straight up. Put me on the list.
Because just think about someone being there at all times and trying to scare you.
I don't know. He curses a lot, and he kind of looks like a vampire. He curses a lot, and he's on Twitch late at night. I think there's something up with this, guys. He has dark circles around his eyes because he doesn't sleep a lot. He plays Marvel Strike Force. There's something deviant about him.
That's a scary thought. Along with that, his high-pitched voice truly made him stand out and always sounded eerie.
Yes, his high-pitched voice was so scary.
I always questioned why he talked like that, and it made me wonder what happened to him in the past that caused this to happen.
I wonder what makes him such a bad actor. Oh my god. Oh my god. The Undertaker got so much better. Like, the less Paul Bearer there was, the better Undertaker was. I'm sorry. I mean, I like the guy playing Paul Bearer. Nothing against him. But the Undertaker gimmick was better with the less Paul Bearer there was.
Also, not forget about the fact that he had power from his urn. That's a pretty iconic piece in wrestling history. He always exceeded in the roles he was given. Number 10, Papa Shango. Papa Shango.
Oh, man. Now, is this like scary or just racism? I can't even tell. Like, is Papa Shango actually scary?
Was around for the early 90s when wrestlers had the over-the-top
It's the
characters,
Godfather.
and there was almost no character better than this. Papa Shango was into voodoo and magic, which caused for some awesome chaos. He would literally set people on fire with the power he had. He would also have an entire room backstage with candles and skulls where he would set curses on the WWF and wrestlers within the company. You did not want
Okay, I'm remembering some more of that. Nah, I mean, it was dumb. It was dumb.
mess with Papa Shango around this time. He wore face paint to represent a skeleton demon along with a spooky hat and a necklace made out of bones. How much more creepy can it get? In his greatest voodoo moment, he would cast a spell on Ultimate Warrior that would cause him to vomit and cause a thick black liquid to pour from his head. Of course,
Is this what caused him to like make demands on his contract and get kicked out of the company as well?
young Valen watching this thought this was real, and I didn't even want him to be back on TV ever again because I thought he would kill all my favorite wrestlers. Number 9, Abyss.
Yo, straight up, I mean, this guy was a lot younger than I was when he was watching, so maybe he was traumatized more by that shit.
If you didn't know who Abyss is, you truly missed out on one of the scariest wrestlers of all time. In 2004, I will never forget about my discovery of TNA. I was flipping through channels.
I missed this one. I don't know this one.
And I happened to land on a new wrestling channel with a 6-sided ring. I was so excited because this was something new and interesting. Then I took a look at Abyss.
Man, 2 more fucking sides to the ring just blew your fucking mind, man.
And I was so scared that I literally turned the TV off until his match was over. 6-year-old Valen was not having it with this creepy looking dude. Just so you know, I used to be very scared of everything on TV, especially the Halloween and Nightmare on Elm Street movies. So since Abyss
Yo, shit, we were different. Straight up, I don't know if I've told this story, but the first horror movie I ever saw was American Werewolf in London, and I was age 3. And I was scared shitless. However, I think what it did was just break down all the barriers in my head. So I think by the time I was 6, I had watched all the Nightmare on Elm Streets, all the Friday the 13th. Nothing could phase you after 3 years old watching American Werewolf in London. My mom thought that was a good idea. She sat me down in the theater. She gave me a cup of water. I was in a styrofoam cup, and I ate the fucking cup is what I did. I was horrified. It changed me forever. And there you go. Yeah. Horror movies were my friends.
Reminded me of them, I was actually really frightened. I think he deserves to be on my ranking list because his gimmick was a wrestler who was actually insane from a psychiatric hospital. This is why his matches were all very...
Is that scary? Dude just needs to talk, man. Dude just needs to talk to somebody. He's not scary. He's just misunderstood. You just got to get him a little help, a little talking to.
Hardcore, and he would bleed a lot or end up in a pile of thumbtacks. The man was straight up crazy and he enjoyed it. Even in the 2010s...
Isn't this like low rent Mankind? Like straight up, isn't this just like if you ordered Mankind on Wish, this is what you would get?
Abyss started to develop a split personality. He would be Joseph Parker and Abyss. This made him even creepier and
like Finn Balor and the Demon. He's like 2 different people.
Added more character depth to him. Number 8, The Fiend. Bray Wyatt's new character.
I straight up think Bray Wyatt is scarier than the Fiend. I think the Fiend's like too far into the stupid. And Bray Wyatt's actually scary.
Definitely deserves a spot on this list. There are 2 different versions of this character that go hand in hand.
That version, I find this more scary than the Fiend. Like this bit is more unsettling than the Fiend.
With each other. You have Bray Wyatt, who is always at the Firefly Funhouse playing with the puppets in front of a crowd of
But like original Bray Wyatt was better.
Children, and then you have the horrifying Fiend. I don't know which.
I don't find the Fiend horrifying. It's like, it's a mask by Tom Savini, right? It's like awesome. Like you got to be careful with this shit. Like there's terrifying and then there's just like cool shit.
Just scarier because one of them is messing around with little kids and the other one is just a psychopath. The Fiend has one of the best gimmicks in the business right now, and he is definitely one of the spookiest of all time. When he attacks his opponents, the lights slowly go off, and there is also a scary screech sound effect, and then he proceeds to choke his opponent.
It's like too much is what it is. It's like too much.
With the mandible claw until they pass out.
It's no longer scary. Now it's like a production. Now it's like, oh, I know what's going on. They're being cute. Oh, I'm supposed to be scared, but I'm not.
this isn't even the scariest part of it all. He comes down to the ring with a lamp of his old character's severed.
Once again, not as good as the original thing. Like, it's like, oh, now he's got the. I started thinking about how shit's made at this point, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. I wonder how long it took to make that and whatnot. I don't think about like the original way that Bray came down was like really unsettling and awesome. Honestly, better than this.
Head. That is just straight up crazy. The Fiend wears a creepy mask as well, and he also cracks the neck of his opponents.
Okay, that's dumb. That's actually dumb. I'm sorry. If you're going to crack someone's neck and then have them stand up afterwards, you have like ruined neck cracking. Like no one, that would kill you, and it doesn't. So what did he do? Nothing? I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. It gives me too many questions.
Which is literally attempted murder. He gets away with it though because he's the Fiend. Bray Wyatt has been
gets away with until he gets set on fire. You know, until somebody just sets him on fire. Fucking murderer.
Doing a wonderful job with the Fiend character, and I can't wait to see what happens next after the entire
You can't wait? Oh no, somebody don't tell him. I hope he didn't watch it.
Feud is finally over. Number 7, the Boogeyman. The Boogeyman's catchphrase was, I'm the Boogeyman and I'm coming to get you. You can only imagine that.
Spoiler, it fucking sucked. Oh man, the end of the Fiend storyline has got to be right up there with one of the worst endings out of any character that's ever been in wrestling. So bad.
An 8-year-old kid would be absolutely terrified of this, right?
Disappointing.
Nope. This is actually around the time when I started to love horror stuff, and I even mimicked the Boogeyman's entrance once. I took a clock in my room and literally said its catchphrase, and I smashed the clock on my head. Looking back at it, I was probably the
you were a wild little kid, man. You're a badass.
Dumbest kid ever, and I started to cry because I thought I was gonna die. But somehow I made it out without a scratch. It was pretty impressive. Anyways, back to the Boogeyman. His entrance and face paint was the definition of spooky. The only thing I found creepy was the fact that he ate worms, and he also made his opponents eat the worms. That was pretty nasty and still gives me chills. I always wondered if it was fake or real, and I'm pretty sure it was real.
He seems legitimately unsettling, though. This man seems legitimately unsettling. Like, this is actually very terrifying.
Which means that's really gross. Number 6, Gangrel.
Oh no, you can't put him up this high, dude. Come on. You gotta be fucking kidding me. What? This is from least to most? No. Come on, dude. This was like bullshit. Are you reading this because like this scared you when you were 4? Holy shit.
Gangrel had one.
No, just fucking no. The dude's got a fucking tan. Come on. Holy shit.
One of the coolest entrances ever, with the red lighting, his bright fangs, creepy music.
It was straight up a joke. Straight up a joke. Everybody knew he was a joke. He knew he was a joke. Oh no.
Music and ascending to the stage of.
Nothing against him. I think he's a cool guy. I mean, don't get me wrong. He's a cool guy. But as far as like horror goes, this ain't it.
Among the Fire, I think it might have been one of the best during the Attitude Era. He would also walk down to the ring with a cup of blood and spit it into the air.
I think this is one of the things that got me to stop watching wrestling. Is when they like came into the horror territory but fucked it up. I was like, nope, sorry, this is bullshit. I'm out.
That was pretty awesome though. Gangrel's gothic character was one of the spookiest things in wrestling history.
No, it
Gangrel
wasn't.
even formed his faction known as the Brood with Edge.
Oh my god, this is the most ridiculous. It's like Twilight before fucking Twilight. It is like the dumbest shit. Like these guys had no business with this angle. Oh my fucking god. Well, I mean, to be honest, I think Gangrel is like still this way. I think this is like him. I think it's like him, but then the other guys were like along for the ride. That's not their thing. Oh my fucking god. It's so fucking laughable though. It's ridiculous. Oh my god.
And Christian. They were the perfect trio that would cause havoc in the WWE. Gangrel even gave his opponents bloodbaths over.
No, I know it was I agree that it was good, but like I don't know, just didn't strike. It wasn't like scary.
Overall, he deserves a high spot on this list. Number 5.
Yeah, straight up. It was his idea. It was good, but not like scary. Fuck. Sting? What? No, Sting. Oh, no, not Sting. No, Sting was strung out, man. He wasn't scary. It was scary that he might have died because of all the drugs that he was addicted to. But no, it wasn't like, ooh, I'm scared. I was scared for him.
Sting.
Oh, no,
At
man.
Clash of Champions in 1997, Sting made his amazing debut on the rafters of the arena with a single crow on his hand and a monologue from a little kid explaining that he was Sting and what exactly.
It's not scary. He was a vigilante, man. That's different. It's not scary. Oh, yeah. Coming down from the ceiling was scary. Yeah, no, when Sting was lowered down from the ceiling, we got really scared because they kill people doing that.
He was all about. It was a perfect debut, man. And he would become one of the greatest superstars of all time. Although
he already was. He already was the greatest superstar of all time. What the fuck, dude?
NWO, he was one hell of a badass that everyone liked. He was also able.
Yeah, he was a total babyface. He wasn't scary. This was heroic. Motherfucker.
To maintain his mystique character and didn't talk too much.
It's like, do you even 90s, bro? I don't think he knows the difference between cool and scary. This is cool-ish, not scary.
The man would just come out and start swinging his bat, taking out opponents. Like I said earlier,
cool.
It was pretty bad.
Is the Punisher scary? Does the Punisher scare you? Jesus.
Badass, and I can see why people.
Are you a villain? If you're a villain, then maybe, I guess so. Did he grow up a villain? If he grew up a villain, then maybe this is scary.
Tuned into WCW during the Monday Night War.
I love this dude. I love to hate this guy's videos so much. He's got such the wrong takes. Does he ever have a right take? I watch all these. I don't care.
It was a shame it took him so long to come to WWE because I think he would have been a superstar for at least a decade. And
No, that wouldn't have happened. Doesn't that happen? That doesn't go well. No.
We would have gotten that iconic match with The Undertaker. Number 4.
No one wanted to see that. Okay, finally we have someone who's truly unsettling. Jake the Snake is truly unsettling. Yes, this is correct.
Jake the Snake Roberts. Jake Roberts.
Maybe even number 1. I know who's number 1. I don't know if he knows who number 1 is, but this guy's close.
Had two main factors that made him pretty terrifying. First, there's the fact that he would come down to the ring with a freaking snake. Remember how I said I didn't have a phobia of clowns? Well, if I see a snake, I might just faint and probably die right there to the snake because that's how scary I find them. So imagine being...
The snake was so that people didn't find out how truly horrifying he was. Like, just let that soak in for a moment. Jake took the snake out to the ring so that you didn't find out how terrifying he was.
Being in the first row with a deranged man holding a snake. He would even use the snake as a weapon and have them bite his opponents. Although that's a pretty awesome move now, looking back, it showed why you shouldn't have messed with him. I'll never forget watching Macho Man Randy Savage tied against the
snake is the least dangerous thing in that ring.
Ropes and having a snake bite his arm. I legit thought the man was going to die. Then I realized it was a DVD and he was still alive when I saw him in Spider-Man. That's beside the point. That was just cruel to watch.
Okay, you are a very naive person.
Aside from that moment, he would also lock Ultimate Warrior in a room with poisonous snakes, which was Warrior's greatest fear. Jake Roberts was amazing at finding what his opponent's greatest fears were and then trying to kill them with that knowledge. If that ain't scary, I don't know what is. Number 3, Mankind.
I don't think you can put Mankind over Jake the Snake. I don't think that works out. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Many people remember Mankind from the Attitude Era and his entire tag team run with The Rock. But before that, Mankind made his debut in 1996 and would terrorize the WWE roster for the next year as a deranged, insane person who would inflict pain on himself. Seriously.
Yeah, I mean, how is that scary, though? Like, that was his thing. Like, Mankind, you're not feeling Jake? Dude, maybe you weren't there, Tiger. You don't know. Jake is actually scary. Like, I get it, like, he's not like a horror character, But we're talking about, I guess you know what? We are talking about spooky wrestlers. So no, Jake isn't spooky. He's downright fucking horrifying and terrifying. So yeah, Mankind, spooky, I don't know.
Mankind was highly underrated. He would literally rip out his hair, stab himself with a pen, and take the craziest bumps. Aligning with Paul Bearer and attacking Undertaker made him even scarier because of the power within that urn. Also, if you haven't already, please watch his segments with Jim Ross. He would explain his character's origin, and Mankind would come across as one of the most sadistic human beings of all time.
All right, yeah, I'll give him that. These segments were pretty fire.
He just seemed utterly broken. It's up there on my favorite segments of.
But I don't know if he was scary. He was like tragic. He was like tragic. No, I get what you're saying now, Tiger. I get what you're saying. Not spooky, like actually terrifying.
Of all time. Mankind would also go on to absolutely beat up JR.
I always look at him like a puppy dog, though. I don't know.
After he made him upset in the interview. After choking him out with the mandible claw, JR was practically dying and choking, and that's when Mankind was screaming for help afterwards, as if he didn't know what just happened. That was perfect. It was peak storytelling, and I wish we had that nowadays. Number 2, Undertaker. Upon making his debut, Undertaker is...
Undertaker, definitely. Definitely belongs up here in the top 5. Dude was legit scary. Yeah.
Born to be an evil and scary wrestler. Throughout his entire career, he was terrifying. However, during the Attitude Era, Undertaker was a pure...
Strap, that was a good point. We know, like, Jake the Snake is Jake the Snake. When you look at Mankind, you know it's Mick Foley. It's different. That's why I find it terrifying.
Crazy man who did some of the worst things known to mankind, and no pun intended to number 3, who was Mankind. Let me name some of the things...
He's going to put Kane at number 1, isn't he? He's going to put Kane at number 1. Oh my God. Even with the unmasking, he's going to put Kane at number 1.
He did. He sacrificed Dennis Knight, chokeslammed Edge through the ring and lit him on fire, sacrificed Stone Cold Steve Austin, crashed Randy Savage's wedding, attacked...
Once again, all this is just like fun stuff. It's not spooky. It's just like, that's just like cool stuff to do. You know, just hanging out, man.
David Flair, locked up the Ultimate Warrior in a casket, kidnapped Stephanie McMahon and then sacrificing her.
What do you do on Sundays?
Hung Big Boss Man, drowned Paul Bearer.
It's like a guy can't even have fun the way you list this shit off. Like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do for a good time if you don't do this shit?
In concrete, dragged Hulk Hogan on a motorcycle, formed the Ministry of Darkness, and nearly killed Mankind in the Hell in a
List of awesome shit.
Cell match. As you can see, I don't even need to talk about The Undertaker anymore. He is just on another level of terrifying. But he
is like the only one who has a straight up horror movie at this point on him. So yeah, we got to give him that.
Wasn't my number 1 on my list because that goes to number 1, Kane. Personally,
no, just if you're gonna go this road, then just put Undertaker at number 1 and put Kane number 2. How can the pale imitation be number 1? What the fuck? No, we're done. I can't make it through his videos though. I can't make it through. I can't even make it to the end of them because I get too. It's oh God, this take is like just too. It's too much. It's too much for me to handle, and now I can't do it anymore. You've broken me. You've broken me is what you did. I'm done broken. All right, look, let's. I got my own. We're gonna do my own. You guys can help me out. There's not many of you now. It's just like the hardcore Gravediggers. So we're going to do this tier list, and then I'm going to pop back into Marvel Strike Force, and then we're going to call it a night. But let's do this. Let me get some music going on here. Wow, man. I got to do my own. I got to do my own. All right. First, we got to get some good tier names, right? We got to get some good tier names going. That's true. That's true. Kane being a politician gets bonus points. Definitely gets bonus points. All right. So what genres of stuff? I don't know, Tacos. I'll do anything, dude. You let me know. Whatever Tacos wants. I like wrestling. I like horror stuff. I want to do tier list. Let's do a tier list. No, I can't do a tier list of Marvel Strike Force characters. I have no passion left for Marvel Strike Force. I'm afraid. Fucking tier list. Top 10 fucking characters. All right, look. The number 1 tier, the S tier, we got to give it a good name. What's a good name for the S tier? Just like shit your pants? Or like might kill you. I think might kill you. Might actually kill you. Might. Because you got to look at who we have down here too. I don't want to give it away. But might actually kill you is definitely a tier. We got to have might actually kill you. And then we have to have like the bottom of it is like it's comedy. It's just a haha, right? It's not even. There's might actually kill you and then makes you laugh. Or how about just dumb? Just dumb. Just plain stupid. Just plain stupid. I might have to change these the names here too as we go. But I think down here is just plain stupid. And then I think we can put funny up here. Right. Genome's here. Awesome. Maybe I'll have him edit this. I don't know. Might actually the creative team is definitely just plain stupid. Let's yeah, no, I don't think any AEW stuff is on here. I didn't make this tier list. I'm just doing it. I couldn't find any with AEW people on it. I wanted that. But I haven't watched enough AEW. We have to come back to this next Halloween. Okay, might actually kill you. I think all right, just plain stupid. I don't think I can have two tiers down there. What's middle of the road? Like, middle of the road is spooky. We'll put middle of the road spooky. Ooh, it's spooky, you know? Like, ooh, it's spooky. I'm spooked out. Scares children. Okay, scares children is below spooky. And then, what's right above spooky? Right above spooky, but before might actually kill you. Terrifying? Does that make sense? Nightmare fuel? Nightmare fuel. Nightmare fuel. All right, cool. Might actually kill you. Nightmare fuel. Spooky. Scares children. Just plain stupid. Is that good? I think that's good. I think we got our tier list here. And I'm only going to rank the ones that I know. There's a couple of these I don't know. All right, we have the Butcher. So we watched the video and he's like, I'm not going to talk about the Butcher. All right, the Butcher might actually kill you. Definitely might actually kill you. There's a guy. I'm not actually scared of him. I know that he might actually kill me. So that's good. Okay, I believe this is Viscera. Is that what you call Viscera? That's what you call this man? I'm torn between just plain stupid and scares children. Just plain stupid or scares children. Where are we going to go with this? It is stupid, isn't it? I think it is stupid. Would he scare children? I can't tell. It's like I don't have the option to go I would go in the middle. Might eat them. Good call. Yeah, I mean, it's true. I think that it's enough that it scares children. All right, Jake the Snake. Jake the Snake, and we might have to move these around. Now, Jake might actually kill you. I think Jake has said on record that he might actually kill you. So I think we have to put it there. I kind of think that maybe he belongs more in Nightmare Fuel. But since he's actually said that he might kill you, maybe he belongs more and might actually kill you. His character is Nightmare Fuel. The person might actually kill you. So what do you do about that? Like, I don't know. I love Jake, by the way. I'm so glad that he's cleaned up and doing well. That's amazing. Let's just put him. I can't put everyone up and might actually kill you. I'm going to put him in Nightmare Fuel for now and we'll think about it. I think he's more of a sad character than an actual maniac. I think that when someone says that you have to be careful of me, I might kill you, that they might not actually kill you. They're self-aware enough to know that they won't kill you. Okay, Kane. I feel Kane is spooky. You see, that's where I differ. I don't put Kane up in Nightmare. It doesn't bother me. I'm not scared of Kane. I would say he's spooky. He's solidly spooky. Yeah, might kill you by botching a move doesn't count. No, the Butcher would actually maybe kill you. All right. Gangrel. This is rough. This is rough because we got Gangrel fans in the chat. I mean, do you really think he's spooky? Do you really think Gangrel's spooky? Or is it truly just plain stupid? I know we're really split on this. I mean, we could split the difference and say that he scares children. I mean, I think we watched the video and he was literally just scaring children. All right, so we're going to say they scare children. You see, for me to hang out at that point, for me to get into it, it would need to be, I was hoping for Nightmare Fuel. I was actually up there. I wanted this. What they are aiming for is this, and I think what we got was this. What do you think, Phoenix? You think the Brood, Gangrel himself, you think scares children or spooky? I don't know, man. I'm gonna put him here for now. Stupid? Okay, so he's stupid. So you liked him, but you knew they were just playing. I'm gonna say scares children. I'm gonna say he scares children. I don't want to say he's stupid. That's too far. There's definitely some on here. Is there some on here? There are a few on here that are stupid. That one's, I don't know. Maybe both of these need to go down. All right, let's keep going and we'll work it out as we go. All right. Mankind. I almost feel like to put him in scares children, I got to drop these guys down. But if Mankind is spooky, then I think these guys stay. Right? You think Mankind would kill you? No, Mick Foley would never kill anybody, and that was clear. I don't even think I couldn't see the character. He would kill himself. I can't see him being Nightmare Fuel. I think Spooky's fine. And if he's spooky, then they can scare children. I think at his finer moments, Mankind was solidly spooky, more so than just scaring children. Paul Bearer is just plain stupid. I'm sorry, Paul Bearer is just plain stupid, folks. That one is truly stupid. It is actually stupid. You see, Paul Bearer was stupid, and Undertaker was Nightmare Fuel. And that was the dynamic that they had. That, like, Paul Bearer softened Undertaker. Like, he brings Undertaker down to spooky is what he does. He's so stupid that he brings it down. It was good to see you, Tacos. But yeah, Paul Bearer was so stupid that he actually brings Undertaker down a notch when he's with him. So him on his own is up. What I feel happened is when they're together, they're like that. Like he can scare children and then like Undertaker's just spooky. But separate, he goes up to Nightmare Fuel and Paul Bearer goes down to just plain stupid. Totally just plain stupid. Okay. The Fiend. I'm just dropping him in spooky for now because we're talking about him. But the Fiend is hard, man. You see, Bray Wyatt is Nightmare Fuel. Bray Wyatt is totally Nightmare Fuel. And I know for some people, the Fiend is Nightmare Fuel too. For some people, that works. But I think it's like too far. It's too far. Sting is not on this fucking tier list. Get the fuck out of here. Because no one thinks that. He's like literally the only guy that thinks that fucking... I think the Fiend is above scares... I mean, he doesn't scare my children. And my children aren't even warped. I don't even show my kids horror movies. So it's not even like they're jaded or anything. God damn. You see, I feel like the Fiend... should be spooky, but does he really only scare children? It's one of those things again where if I put him in scares children, I got to move these guys down. I think what we're really debating here is mankind scarier than the Fiend? Is mankind scarier than the Fiend, or do they belong on the same level? I feel like no. We all believe they're equal. Equal or not the same? We're having, man, this is heated. This is heat. Chat's gonna fucking go off. There's 43 people in here, but they're split down the fucking middle. I don't know. ICP would be just plain stupid, sadly. The Fiend is scarier than mankind. All right, look, I'm gonna put him up on Spooky. We're gonna have to split the difference. He's not Nightmare Fuel. He's not. It's too dumb to be Nightmare Fuel. I'm sorry. Maybe the Fiend would be great in AEW, but there's too much dumb shit. There's too much dumb shit, and like it wasn't enough to overcome it. The Undertaker, there was a lot of dumb shit too, but he was truly terrifying. So I believe he stays in Nightmare Fuel. The Fiend wasn't. I would put Bray in Nightmare Fuel any fucking day. Original Bray Wyatt is Nightmare Fuel, 100%. The Fiend, I think, is less scary. So I have to put him in Spooky. That's where I'm going. I got to go Spooky because I have to admit that Bray Wyatt, I don't think he might actually will kill you. I knew it was an act, but he was definitely Nightmare Fuel. Yeah, the Eater of Worlds thing, that was really terrifying. Okay, New Jack. This is who should be number one on all list. New Jack might actually kill you, is the spookiest wrestler. I don't know. I guess the Butcher and New Jack are like a different conversation. Like they are not even spooky. They are just terrifying individuals. Also, I love you, New Jack. I think you're my favorite wrestler. I don't want him thinking, don't get me wrong. I'm a big New Jack fan. Everybody is. Everybody here loves New Jack, right? Right. Telling you. So yeah, I would say number one and number two, Undertaker and Jake the Snake. You don't know who New Jack is? Look, just don't even find out. Just don't even find out. You're okay. You're okay. Okay. Kamala is just plain stupid. Kamala is just plain stupid. That's just, it's like, it's not even scary, man. It's just stupid. All right, Doink the Clown. I want to give him a spooky, but if I'm being honest, doesn't he really just scare children? I think he wanted to be spooky, but I don't think it happened. This is the last one too. I don't know these guys down here. You got to tell me in the comments who these guys are and where you would rank them, because I don't know them. So I can't do those ones. I can't be honest with it. I got to do my homework. As far as I know, Boogeyman is Nightmare Fuel. Nightmare Fuel? That's what people are. I think that's what people are kind of telling me, but I don't know that. So I can't do it. I think these guys are just plain stupid. And then I don't know. I don't know who that dude is. But he's probably spooky. That's just my guesses. I'm going to say Doink scares children. As much as I like him. All right, so there's my tier list. Let me know if you agree, what you would do differently. I know we're missing a lot of... We're missing Vampiro. We're missing all the new guys, Darby Allin. We're missing a lot. I would like to show me, leave me one in the comments down below with all the new guys on it. No, Kane's spooky. We got Kane. Kane is spooky. I think this might, I don't think this is Vampiro. Oh, this might be Vampiro, huh? Is that Vampiro? I think Vampiro, if this is Vampiro, he scares children. I do know him. Or if it's Raven, it scares children. He wasn't really spooky. Those guys aren't spooky. That scares children. Like their character wasn't spooky. Yeah, it was like, yeah, you could scare kids with it. It wasn't stupid. I'm pretty happy with this list. I think this is right. All right, everybody. You can trust me. I'm Mr. Heartgrave. Gravediggers, let me know where you're at. Like and subscribe down below for more awesome tier list and wrestling content or whatever the hell else you want to talk about. Let me know what kind of tier list you'd like me to see me do next. I'm into it. Let's go. Keep digging.